Hello, streaming to you live on Rumble. I am Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Monday, July 20th, 2026. And today I'm going to do some more flippin cards for the workout. And I've come up with a twist, which I think you'll like. So if you joined me last week, it was difficult. And today will be more hitting failure, but using tempo and so forth. And I think it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to this because I've never done this before. And then after the workout, I will talk about today's topic. This also affects your bioenergy. And today is day number 458, wearing the incredible X39, and 61 days are left to my big 50th birthday. So without further ado, let's get on with today's workout. And we're going to start with doing the warm-up. So I've got the order of exercises that I will do. And before I forget, I just realized something. But it's no big deal. No big deal. Always something here. So the warm-up. I'm going to set the tempo here. 228 was what I did on Saturday, and it was okay, my attempt. As far as the fitness stress testing went, I had overall some okay energy, but it just wasn't my day, and it happens sometimes. So, you know, if you find that you're not reaching your goals, well then that could be just something that your body needs to recover. So I said I'm going to do a 9-minute warm-up. So this is where I'm going to do low intensity for 6.5 minutes. So this is at 145, and then I will up the intensity by doing double unders and just 8 running steps. So 8 double unders and 8 running steps. So this is kind of my Monday typical workout, and let's begin. Oh, before I forget, heart rate monitor. I knew I forgot something. I always like to keep track of that because if I hit big numbers, then you get to see it, and let's have a look here. See if it registers. It does. All right. Let's begin. So tempo is at 140, 145. It's a generous pace, it's not too fast. Today's live stream, I'm starting a little bit later than I normally do, and partially has to do with just getting organized and so forth. Ha 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 ha. So, 3 minutes remaining in this low intensity. Alright, so 15 seconds left, and then we're gonna start with double unders, 8, and then 8 steps, just regular 8 bounces. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So for today's cards that I'm going to be flipping, I've changed what the rep numbered cards are going to mean. So when I flip a 3, that's going to be an 8-second rep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 1 rep. 8 seconds up, 8 seconds down. Then 4 is going to be 4-second reps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when I flip a 6, it will be also a 4-second rep. So 4 seconds up, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when I flip a 7, it's also a 4-second rep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? So only when I flip a 3, the number 3, will it equate to an 8-second rep. So we'll see where the 3s end up, whether it's going to be for an ace, or a king, or a KR, or row, or pelican, or a straight bar preacher, or a hammer preacher. So it's really going to change things up, and with 8-second reps up and down, that turns into 48 second, no, 16 times 3 is 15 times 3 is 45, so 48. Yeah. 48 seconds for the number 3 numbers. So I'm going to take the cards and I'm going to shuffle them as I normally do. Okay. I'm just kind of, how'd you say, a little, oh, it didn't shuffle that well. I saw how it went. It didn't go that well. There we go again. There, that's better. So, the number cards are shuffled. Then I'm going to take the face cards as I normally do. So, we'll see how long one round takes to get done. I imagine it will be an entire half an hour to get through it. Largely because of the number of reps. So, with the metronome set at 60 beats per minute, that's going to help counting the reps. And today I'm going to use the Bosu ball along with the going to put this here so it doesn't roll away too far on me. Oh, and of course it rolls. Huh. I'll use the double. See if this goes like this. There. All right. So, first card. Let's begin. Black King 6. So we have pull up, and we're doing 6 reps, but at 4 seconds. So Black King is pull up. 6 reps. Here we go. And 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. 4. 5. And there's 6. All right. Next card is Black Queen 6 reps. So doing rows. At 4 seconds. Here we go. 2. There's 1. That's 2. 3. That's 4. That's 5. And 6. All right. So it goes pretty quick. Next up is Red Ace 3. So we're doing chin-ups, pelicans, and hammers. So chin-ups, but this time we're doing them 16. So 8-second reps. 3. That's 2. All right, next up is pelicans. So that's where I'm doing the bicep curl from a stretch position. And here we go. What's going on here? Oh, my band is falling off. Gotta fix this. Oh, I see what's going on here. Gotta fix this. Sorry for the... where's the small one? Where are you? Small. It's not there. Ran away on me. It's hiding. I don't know where it went. Where did you go? Huh. Well, I'm not going to dwell on this anymore. Just going to put the larger ones, or I'll use the boy, am I really thrown off guard by this. Alright. My apologies for the delay. If you're doing more reps. Okay, there we go. 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 2. And here's 3. All right, next is hammer curl. Okay. There we go. And here's 3. So adding the Osu ball creates a little bit of instability, which is good. It forcing me to find stability in other ways, so it's good. Next is Ace 6. So we have pull-ups, row, and straight bar, 6 reps. Pull-ups, but we're doing 4-second intervals this time. Oh, I said pull-ups. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. 5. And here's 6. 4-second intervals. Next up is row. I should have not taken this out of my hands, but that's okay. 3, 4 seconds now. And we have 6 reps. This is 4. 5. And here's 6. All right. Next is straight bar. Preachers. There we go. That's 2. Here's 3. 4. Gosh. 5. And then 6. Next up is red ace 7. So we have 7 reps at 4 seconds. So we have chin up, pelicans, and hammer. There we go. 2. So 4 seconds times 7. 1. This is 2. 3. 4. 5. Here's 6. And then 7. All right, chin ups. Next is pelicans. Here we go. That's one. There's two. Here's three. Here's four. Five. Six. And seven. All right. Next is hammer curls, but preacher style. All right. Okay. Just adjusting the Velcro. Here we go. Hammer. Here's two. Here's three. Gosh. Here's four. Here's five. Gosh. Six. And seven. Wow. Having this ball here really changes it up a little bit. Next is black ace 7. So we have pull up, row, and straight bar. 4-second reps. And there's one. There's two. There's three. Four. Five. Here's six. And here's seven. Okay. Next is black ace, or yeah, so it's black queen. Here we go. We're doing rows. There's two. Here's three. This is four. Here's five. Gosh. Six. And here's seven. All right. Next is straight bar. Preachers. Here we go. And that's one. There's two. Here, 4. Here's 5. Gosh. 6. Gosh. And here's 7. Wow. Starting to feel the fatigue. Black queen, 3. So we have rows, and this time it's 8-second reps. This is number 2. This is number 3. All right. Okay. Next up is red king, 3. So we have chin up, 8-second reps, times 3. Here we go. There's 1. That's 2. Here's number 3. All right. Next up is, I'm going to flip the card. Let's see what we got here. Red jack, 7. So we have hammer curls. We're doing 4-second reps times 7. 4, 2. This is 2. Oh, I said hammer. This is 3. 4. 5. Gosh. 6. Gosh. And 7. Gosh. Wow. Feels good. Next up is black king, 4. So pull-ups. 4-second reps. There we go. And 4 reps. This is 2. 3. And 4. Okay. Next up is Red Queen 7. So we have pelicans. There we go. 7 reps. Four seconds. There's 1. That's 2. 3. 4. That's 5. 6. And there's 7. All right. Next card is Red King 4. So we're doing chin-ups. 4-second reps times 4. There's 1. That's 2. There's 3. And here's 4. Next face card is Red Jack 6. So we have hammer curls. 6 reps. There we go. 4. That's 2. Here's 3. 4. There's 5. And here's 6. All right. Next card, Blackjack 4. So we have straight bar. This time 4 reps. Oh, goodness. There we go. That's 1. 2. 3. Here, 4. All right. Next card is Blackjack times, we're doing 3. So 3 reps, but it's 8 seconds. So Blackjack is straight bar. So now we're doing 8-second reps instead of 4, but we're doing only 3. One more rep. Gosh. Wow. My right arm. A little bit on the weak side. Last card is Red Queen, 4 reps. So we're doing 4 second. Red Queen is Pelicans. Wow, lots of biceps at the end. Here we go. 2, 1. That's 1. So we're doing 4 second reps. That's 2 done. Three. All right. That's it. So, really changes things up by having these different numbers and what they mean. So it's can be a little confusing, but it creates a lot of variety, and it forces the body to recover in between the sets. So overall, I think I'm satisfied with how this went today. So today's date stamp. Oh, come on. Here we go. So July 20th, 2026, starting time at 6:19 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Maximum heart rate I hit today was 155, so just a modest. And here you can see where I did the 2.5 minutes of double unders and running steps. So my conditioning is really starting to show itself, especially at that pace of doing the double unders and the regular steps. So just alternating back and forth. And I think I only tripped once, so during that entire 2.5 minutes. And then here's a real strong recovery, and my heart rate remained around 90 or 85 for the balance of the resistance training. So which is pretty relaxed if you think about it, because most people, I think, would probably have a higher heart rate, especially doing the amount of reps that the cards were calling for today. And so tomorrow I'll be doing the same sort of thing, flipping the cards, where the 3 will be the 8-second reps, and then 4, 6, and 7 will be 4-second reps, but times the number of reps, if that makes sense. So, and which brings me to my last topic that I wanted to mention, which I said this also affects your bioenergy. Okay. Nope. I'll just close this down. And I have a presentation for you, which I will. Yes, this is it here. So, I'm getting myself organized. So let's have a listen.
If you don't think we're being blasted by all kinds of radio waves and electromagnetic radiation, watch this clip from 2017 about smart meters.
And we now have vast amounts of published science on microwave radiation and health effects. The data we're going to look at are all published science, testing results, or public standards. At the bottom end of the radiation scale of what's called power density or signal strength is the minimum level at which cell phones will work, which was found to be 0.2 billionths of a microwatt per centimeter squared. Pine needles were found to age prematurely at 0.00027. At short-term exposures of 0.05, children aged 8 to 17 experienced headache, irritation, concentration difficulties, and behavioral problems. Point 1 is the biobiology or building biology guideline for extreme concern. 1.0 produced sperm DNA fragmentation and a decrease in sperm viability in vitro. Also at 1.0, the science shows the following bodily effects can occur: headaches, dizziness, fatigue, insomnia, chest pain, difficulty breathing, and indigestion. 2.5 saw altered calcium metabolism in heart muscle cells. 4.0, changes in the hippocampus affecting brain memory and learning. And at 6.0, DNA damage in cells. So, where are smart meters on this list? Electrical Power Institute in December 2010 measured a single Itron smart meter with pulses up to 7.93 microwatts per centimeter squared. Our own testing indicated approximately 8.0 with 1 meter. These tests are at a close distance, approximately 1 foot away from the meter, but an infant's crib could be just as close on the other side of the wall where the meter or bank of meters are installed. Even though there are all these known health effects at levels far lower, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, and Luxembourg see fit to set the standard at 9.5. And China, Poland, and Russia, 10.0. This is the same level at which behavior has been altered, producing reflexes of avoidance following 30-minute exposures. A room of 12 smart meters, very common and even a conservative number in an apartment building, tested at 19.8 microwatts per centimeter squared. This is hundreds of times higher than levels which clearly indicate harmful effects. So, how can utilities and governments get away with forcing these devices on everyone? This is how. In Canada and the US and several other civilized countries, the safety limit is set at 600 to 1,000 microwatts per centimeter squared. This so-called safety limit is literally tens of thousands of times higher than levels which are known to damage health, according to peer-reviewed published science.
If you don't think we're being...
So, these electromagnetic fields are harmful to your bioenergy, and it affects your DNA. So, for all those people who say, oh, no, yeah. I no longer use a microwave in the house. If I need to heat up food, it's going to be either with the oven or you can use the old wives' tale method where you take a pan, put a mason jar lid inside the pan, pour some water, put your plate on top of the mason jar lid, put a lid on the pan itself, and then heat your food, with steam for a few minutes. And your food's not dried out. Now, if I were to do that, then I would make sure I'm using the clean and absorbable water, the cleanest and most absorbable, largely because if you are using tap water, well, then you're gonna release something into your food. So just be cognizant of that. And what can I say? Everything adds up, especially when it comes to unlocking your bioenergy. You need to have some exercise, you need to have good nutrition, you need to be avoiding these electromagnetic fields, especially those ones that go in your ears. And there's a lot of convenience with using wireless earbuds, but look at me, I'm using wired. I don't use anything wireless. No way. I'm a old school guy. And am I reaping the benefits from that? Yeah, I would say so. And you can too. Just be smart about it. That's what I'm saying. Trying to teach you better habits and just ways to live long, live well, and to live young. And when you combine tools such as this is organic polymers. that reflect that infrared light. And all you do is stick it on. People will say, oh, it's got glue or whatever. Well, it's got an adhesive glue that's like Band-Aids. 1 in 10,000 people have a reaction to it. If you put on a Band-Aid, it's the same kind of adhesive, essentially. So there's nothing really to be worried about. And somebody asked me the other day, does using this in conjunction with rife conflict against each other? And I said, no, because rife uses frequencies, sine waves. And sine waves move things. High frequencies can break things. Just like there's a man out there that takes a wine glass and he rubs his finger on the wine glass, goes woo, woo, and he listens to the frequency, and then he recreates it with his vocal cords, and he shatters the glass, the wine glass. And that's because the frequency is shaking the molecules at the small level. And this is what rife does, is it shakes and breaks. It can break molecules at the smallest level. So what this does is help to rebuild molecules at the smallest level. But it uses light, which is different than frequency. So if you're confused about the two, hopefully now you're not, because it's an apple and orange. Different. So can exposing yourself to good frequencies help? Yeah. 528 is known to be a good frequency. Helps to repair. But that frequency needs to penetrate into the body. So you need kind of a loud volume. Similar to like if you're going to a club and you can, you take a balloon. I'm going to use this as an example. And you hold the balloon, right? And if you're beside a bass bin that's boom, 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 you can feel the sine wave in the balloon. Because your fingers can feel the vibration it's creating, even if you take the ball and like this, boom, 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 and I can feel my voice, the sine wave from my voice, affect the Bosu ball, and I can feel it in my hands. So if let's say if I was deaf and hard of and officially deaf, you could still feel the music by holding a balloon. It would look funny if you're in a club, but you'd be able to dance because you could feel it. You could feel the tempo. Now, that frequency is what's penetrating inside into the body. And that's when you have certain frequencies penetrating, it can actually destroy cells and destroy DNA. So how do you go about rebuilding and restoring that DNA? Well, one of the ways is to use the cleanest and most absorbable water, because it's tolerant to it. And this water, deuterium depleted, it's resistant because the water has been reset to the purest form. And when water is in vapor format, the hydrogen bond angle is known to be at 120 degrees. However, when it's in liquid format, water, then it changes. Okay? And so when the water goes through the process of rapidly heating and cooling over and over and over again, changing from gas to vapor, gas to, like expanding, essentially, then it changes. And this is why deuterium depleted water with a hydrogen bond angle of 114 degrees is so powerful for the body, because it helps with generating cells. And when hydrogen is the smallest atom, it penetrates into every cell, and when it's the most absorbable, even more so. So that water is not, or the hydrogen is not radioactive when it goes through that rapid heating and cooling procedure over and over and over and over. It never, when I make it, it never stops. And because of that, the isotope also changes from being radioactive to the most purest form that your body can use. And is it a coincidence that now I'm really starting to see some benefits, to after I started wearing the X49 as part of my daily routine when I'm exercising? I ask you that question. Look at my heart rate when I'm doing double unders. I'm 49 years old, soon to be 50. And my energy levels are quite good, I think. So that's it for my spiel today. Tune in tomorrow for Tacky Tuesday. I will be doing push exercises, so following the same kind of sequence with the cards, where it will dictate the type of workout that I'm going to do. It's going to be much different tomorrow. And with the 6 different exercises, I like to pick 6 and force my body and to shock it and to create variety, which also creates it's not boring, and you can keep doing it each single week. So tune in with me to stay motivated. Share this with your friends. Share a like. And always remember to power your tripeptides that you synthesize naturally with the 3 amigos, aka 3 aminos. So for the GHK-Cu tripeptide, you need to have glycine, histidine, and lysine, those 3 amino acids. And when copper combines with those 3, after being activated by that of the X39, then you get that all-powerful GHK copper peptide. And you don't need to inject it. Don't work that way. Power your digestive system with the cleanest and most absorbable water that you can find. Make sure that you consume mineralized salt. I like Celtic sea salt, and I like Redmond real salt, and that helps keep my hydrochloric acid at proper acidic levels, and I do not suffer from acid reflux. I have proper digestion. My metabolism is fast. Going to the washroom regularly. My cellular strength is phenomenal. Already my nails have grown, I would say, 1 millimeter since I cut them last week. It feels like, because you can hear me clicking them. I can click my nails. They grow fast. So, and the next time I cut them will be right here. And I shared last week, the last time that I cut it. You'll see the video with cellular strength. So it's one thing to have fast growing nails, but how much do they grow is another thing. And so if you're not keeping track of how much they actually grow, then maybe it's something to start paying attention to and thinking about cellular strength and how do you maximize that. Because when your cellular strength is strong, that means you're aging slower. And your nails are going to tell you this. Just saying. So, tune in tomorrow. We'll see you then. Eat well, sleep well. Bye for now.